When we decided to hit the road, we were at a place in our lives where we knew we loved to travel, but we were working 40, 60, sometimes 70-hour work weeks, and we had hit the places we wanted to hit in our career, and we kind of just looked at each other and we said, is this it? This is what we're going to be doing for the next, 30, 40 years? And we knew travel was the only thing that really ignited something inside of us, so we started looking into full-time traveling options and stumbled across RVing, and kind of just all went from there. Everything fell into place. We hesitated when we were planning a lot because we'd worked so hard for our careers, so we felt like we were giving it all up, but it was the best decision, and we worked through those moments of hesitation together. And I think when we settled on RVing, we knew we were going down the right path because we could bring our dog, he could still work in the beginning, and we still had some comfort knowing that we weren't, going abroad and never going back.
Yeah, we call it taking the leap, and it's that first initial jump into living. I feel like it fully set in our first day on the road as we pulled away from our house that we had lived in for the last 3 years.
When we told our friends and family that we were going to RV, they didn't believe us. And they didn't believe us right up to the point of buying it. That, I think, is when it started to settle into our parents and our friends,
Yep.
and they all said, okay, so you're really doing this.
Our first year on the road, we didn't boondock whatsoever, and it kind of scared us, especially with such a large rig. And coming from Los Angeles, where you always have tons of people around, going out in the middle of the desert did not sound like something we would enjoy. Boondocking now allows us to not only move from campsite to campsite when we have actually booked places, but it fills in all of the gaps. We use everything in our RV, whether we're on grid or out boondocking. So we wake up in the morning and we have smoothies for breakfast, so our blender pulls some power.
And then our work requires a lot of power too. I need to video edit our videos, and he manages our blog, so we're online all the time. So our laptops still need to get powered. Our storage compartment that has our NAS system needs to get powered. We really just can't be without power. And then, of course, we like to watch TV at night.
Working from the road doesn't necessarily need to require a lot of stuff other than continuous clean power. We want to make sure that we have nice high quality equipment like Victron and the Battleborn batteries powering them. For us, starting off with one Battleborn battery was a huge game changer, just switching out our lead acid, because our lead acid battery wouldn't last through the night. When we would go boondocking, one of the hardest things that we had to cope with was the silence. We're used to living on a busy street with cars going by, and so just that constant hum of white noise, we became accustomed to sleeping with that.
I think that's the best part about this lifestyle, is if we're craving the city, we can go to the city, and if we're craving silence, we can head out to the desert or the forest.
I've always looked at what I consider the best. I'm one of those people where we've said before, we're too poor to buy cheap things, and so we like to buy things that last. And I always look at the longevity of a product, and I don't like to repurchase cheap items over and over and over again. So things like lead acid batteries, they're heavy, and I don't want to have to continually monitor them. Battleborn batteries require no maintenance. And so for us, that's huge. The RV has enough maintenance items on it to remove one from the list. It just makes us feel better overall.